What's up, guys? We're back here with another episode, and of course we are talking about film. Let's talk about the big elephant in the room. You know, many of you guys heard the Pentax 17 just got announced a couple weeks ago. We finally got one in our shop. We're gonna do a little unboxing, a quick overview, our first impressions. We're gonna go around also to interviewing some of our staff, what their thoughts are on the Pentax 17, and of course we're gonna shoot it. It is a pretty neat camera, so the box is actually really nice. I like how Pentax has come here and designed this really cool white box. Instructions, who needs those, right? So here it is, the Pentax 17. Let's put the box here to the side a little bit. It looks like it's coming double wrapped. I just watched a couple videos. It's supposed to have a battery inside included it. In fact, let's see, it does come with a little strap here as well too. So that's pretty nifty. And I think that's all that I see that it comes with on there. Anyways, here it is. Finally, a new film camera in 2024. You know, I think like a couple of years ago, like it's been right over a year, the Leica actually re-announced the Leica M6. So at that point, we kind of were seeing, when that's really interesting how Leica is reintroducing the M6. Does that mean that more companies are going to take that challenge to reintroducing a brand new film camera or reintroducing older cameras that they've done in the past, as we see this resurgence of film? Film is one of my preferred methods of photography. I picked up a film camera 3 months after I picked up a digital, and I have no regrets because it taught me the fundamentals, and I have no issues with shooting film. The prices have definitely jumped, you know, obviously from where the film prices were at as far as buying film and of course getting it developed and scanned. But you know, working with these local labs, you know, we are also supporting the community. You can also do self-development at home, which we sell the chemicals here at the Houston Camera Exchange. Chris, honest opinion on the Pentax 17. What you think? First look.
Personally, I think it's a cool camera for what it is.
My first time holding the Pentax 17 right here. Beautiful design.
Make sure that guy.
Man, look at that little light. Just even that little light's just telling you that it's ready to shoot a flash, man. It's saying that it's a new film 35mm camera.
I like the grip. I like the different textures. And it feels sturdy for like a modern day film camera. And it's lightweight.
I mean, it's a cool camera for somebody who wants to take half-frame images and wants to do it in an auto setting, I would think. I mean, in a manual setting, I'm sorry.
Wow. The viewfinder's super sharp too.
It's bright.
Yeah. That's dope.
There it is, the famous Pentax 17. Really awesome camera. A lot of people online are saying that it was a little too expensive for the build. I can see why they might be saying that. Maybe it feels a little, you know, not heavy because of the plastic and the, I don't know this alloy material, if this is aluminum or whatever that is, but it does feel pretty nice in the hands. It's lightweight. I'm a big fan of light cameras. It looks like it actually comes here with a 25mm, which is traditionally more closer to like a 36 or 37. I can't remember the exact, but it's going to be a little bit more closer to the field of view, to the naked eye, right? In that 35mm range. It does have a 40.5 filter thread, and one of the things that, of course, it is going to come with the HD Pentax lens. What that means, HD is kind of like Pentax latest coated on their lenses and stuff like that, versus the old school SMCs and stuff like that. So far, I did get to test out a little bit. The viewfinder does look nice and bright. The biggest thing to consider about this camera, other than the price, is that it's a half frame camera. Now you're asking yourself, why did Pentax do that? You know, because basically You know, and 35 millimeter is in that format is kind of equivalent to full frame. That's where it translates. But this is more like a 24 by 17, if I'm not mistaken. Instead of getting 36 shots, the advantage of a half frame camera is that you can get 72 shots. They're thinking about the cost of film. You know, they're also thinking about, you know, who this is specifically aimed for. It's a lot of the Gen Z, some of the new people, some of the kids that have definitely, you know, for sure are interested in film, and film can get costly. So 72 shots is kind of an advantage. One of my friends thinks that 36 shots is too much, and sometimes I get that. 72 shots, you can take it with you, you know, traveling. You can take it with you, lifestyle, and different little things like that. You can take it with you, you know, on the go. It is small and lightweight, but 72 shots, you're gonna get a lot of photos with this. So the Pentax 17, who is it for? Like I said, you get 72 shots. It's aimed for the users that basically, you know, want an easy camera to shoot. It does come with zone focusing. Some people are saying, why doesn't it come with autofocus? But the zone focusing is actually very easy. Like here in the dial, you can go from macro, you know, to maybe if you're taking a single portrait of somebody, maybe couples, or, you know, multiple groups, and all the way to infinity. That's what the mountain represents. So it's very easy, and it's pretty straightforward when it comes to the focusing on there. So get 72 shots. It is zone focusing. One of the things to consider when you bring it up to your viewfinder like this, it is shooting in portrait mode, so keep that in mind. If you want a landscape, you actually have to flip it this way, because remember of the frame format in a 24 by 17. The ISO, it will go up from 50 all the way to 3200. So if you are shooting higher speed films, keep that in mind. The shutter speed is actually not as fast as you think it is. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's actually it's a 3/50th of a shutter speed. That to be correct. So 3/50th of a shutter speed. So keep that in mind if you are loading anything higher ISO like 800 or 3200. It's gonna have exposure compensation here on my left hand side, which is really nifty. Of course, it aligns to that white bar. Your on and off button. In order to take a shot, you do have to definitely advance, right? Looks like this one's already advanced there. I'll turn that on and off. One of the things that they did, obviously you can shoot it in full auto. That means the camera is gonna pretty much do its work for you according to where you have your zone focusing set up as well too. But in auto, that can basically should allow you to just become a point and shoot. They do have two, it looks like they separated here in half between auto. It looks like they have two P modes, you know, for program mode. One has a white dial, and it also indicates, and one has P mode like in this gold color, but it has the flash. So I'm guessing that's like more for like night photography, or if you want that flash to consistently be on, if that's something that you're into. The Pentax 17, the big elephant in the room. A lot of people is like, well, you know, can I justify the price? I think it's perfect, you know, honestly. You have to realize what Pentax is trying to do here as a company. They're trying to basically reintroduce and keep the film community alive. So they said that this is one of two other cameras that they will be coming out. I've actually personally shot a lot of, you know, who hasn't shot a K1000 or a Pentax MX or LX? The LX is one of my favorite cameras that I shot. They got really good lenses in that lineup. So I'm excited to see what Pentax actually comes up with next. The Pentax 17, like I said, I think it's a beautiful camera. I think it's really amazing that they're doing this in 2024. Of course, they're aiming, you know, a lot for the Gen Z, but they're also aiming for, you know, people like myself that, hey, you know what, I actually wouldn't mind owning this camera, taking it on trips with me. You know, it'll fit easily in my pocket here. So it's super small, lightweight, and very, very easy to use. And you get 72 shots. I mean, that's a lot of film as well too. Consider this one more thing. I know some labs will charge a little extra for the 72 shots. So, you know, team up with your lab there, just depending on how much they charge a little bit. So that could You know, I know they're trying to save money, but that also could come back to kind of backfire them in a way. Pentax 17, very awesome camera. It looks very well designed. I love the color scheme that they chose here. And you know, we're one of the very few small retail stores and that actually carries this. So if you need to order one, we can do pre-orders. If we have some in stock, of course, you can shop online or in store here at 5900 Richmond Avenue in Houston, Texas. So that's it. You know, that's it for this quick little overview. We're gonna leave some examples of the actual images. And I'm gonna leave a link as well too in our YouTube description. We'll probably set up like a Google Drive folder so that way you guys can download some of the image quality, because that's the biggest question. It's like, okay, it's a half frame camera, but what does the image quality look like? And we're gonna do some comparisons there, more in-depth review here in the future. The Pentax 17, you know, a new film camera introduced in 2024.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and come visit us at the Houston Camera Exchange, 5900 Richmond Avenue.